Chris, you all have said that the saying you all have is stop the run and have some fun. Just what have you made of not just the defensive line, but the front seven in terms of just the kind of fun that you have had so far through 6 games?
And we had a lot of fun, we get out the quarterback. I don't know if you guys can see, but we have like a list of all like the sacks and stuff, and I think it needs to be updated. But that's just like I said, like we have fun. We get to stop the run, get them to third and long situations, third and medium, and get to go rush the passer.
In the back.
Chris, what stands out about Auburn and what they do so well, especially last week? You saw how they played Georgia in the first half. What stands out about them this week?
I mean, they're a good team. Like they're a talented team. Everybody in this league has talented players. So, we just got to go out there and be us. I don't think it's about them or about anybody else. We just have to go out there and play our brand of football and do our thing. And, the result will, be what we want it to be.
Chris, what does Auburn do differently with Jackson Arnold that maybe Oklahoma did last year?
I feel like he's just an older player now, so he probably has a little bit more freedom in the offense, and like he probably, to me, just on film, he looked like a little bit more comfortable and stuff. But it's just like still a new system for him. So I think he definitely grew from last year because it's been a whole year, so he had a chance to get better. But
Chris, outside of the Windowwood trip earlier in the year, have you guys done any more prep for the road games, and what does that prep look like?
Nah, see, like that Lindenwood was our mock away game, so we just got to get a feel for all the young guys and everything, and that was like our main prep for that. So we haven't really done anything else, but I feel like the squad we have now is a good mix of young guys and older guys. So if I had to show the younger guys what it looks like to go on the road and what the expectations are of us, I feel like Drink relies on the captains and the seniors to kind of be leaders for that. But like I said, we got that Lindenwood trip was big time because I've never done anything like that in my career. So that was good to have that experience for all the young guys out there that have never traveled before.
Chris, you've been around a lot of talented pass rushers during your 4 years of college. Where does Damon rank among those guys, and what makes him different?
Damon is just crazy athletic, but like you said, I've been around a lot of great rushers in my career. I had a lot of opportunities, like Britton Cox, Prince Mamiellan. So I couldn't really rank them because everybody, they so good, but they're different. Everybody rushes a little different. But Damon is he's definitely a freak athlete for sure.
With Damon and Zion doing what they do off the edge, what does that do for you in the middle on play to play?
It gives me, sometimes opportunities for one-on-ones because, teams are sliding to our guys or chipping our guys. So, it kind of frees me up in the middle for some looks and some, schematic things for the offense. But it's just good to have, kind of like that blanket or like that assurance. Like, I know if I'm getting double teamed, I got 2 monsters on the edge coming off to go, wreak havoc or go make a play.
Chris, obviously no 2 years are the exact same, but after the A&M game last year, Drinkwitz said the following week that the sky is not falling and that the rest of your season would be defined by how you all responded to that game. Has the message been pretty similar this week?
Right, yeah, man. Like, we watch the tape. We got to take bad stuff off tape and get ready for Auburn. But, yeah, it's always like this, In a fight, you're going to get punched in the mouth eventually, so it's just going to be how you respond and how you can turn things around. So I think we just need to go out there and just play our brand of football, play dominant on both sides of the ball and special teams, and just be us.
Thanks, Chris.